Hello, hello. Welcome to our world. Welcome to Pico Explains. This is Audrey, your curly, fiery redhead up to no good.
Welcome, everybody. Pico here, obviously. Thank you for tuning in to our show. Welcome to Pico Explains Comedy Podcast. Now, Audrey, we're going to be doing a series of some information on some kooky, kind of out there, so to speak. It's just, I guess it seems that there's gonna be, or there is, some restaurants already that are not allowing cell phone use.
Yep,
So we
cell
thought this
phones
was,
or tablets.
yeah. So we thought this was kind of kooky. We just figured, hey, we'll give it a shot, see what Audrey had drummed up. So just in a nutshell, very quickly, as you guys know how to reach us on picoexplains@gmail.com.
Yep.
You guys ask us any questions, you know, about the podcast, about ourselves, whatever. That's how you guys can reach us. Also, if you guys know, we have an Etsy, link on the description box where we have our merchandise. Give us some love, check it out, see if you guys like it or not. We are growing as we are putting things in. So,
Yes, absolutely.
so whenever you're ready, Audrey. So let's begin.
Okay. Now, looking up the cell phone things at restaurants and banning screen time at certain restaurants,
Hmm.
it's not out of the ordinary for me and you,
What?
because we're old.
Yeah. Well, you're old, Audrey.
I'm gonna hurt. I'm gonna hurt this boy. This man just had his birthday. I'm not old yet. Not yet.
Not
But
yet.
this is like, for us, it's like going back to the 90s.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Where if you went out to a restaurant, or you're eating breakfast, you're eating a bowl of cereal,
Mm.
our screen time was the cereal box, looking at the back of the cereal
No,
box,
true.
reading, reading whatever you have there, in the bathroom, reading the back of the shampoo bottle.
Hmm.
That was our screen time. That's what we did back in the day.
No, that's true. I mean, we entertained ourselves, differently from what's going on, nowadays. But
Yeah.
I mean, it just doesn't apply to the younger generation. I mean, I've in the past, I've seen it to where, even people my age, you know what I mean? They just got their faces glued onto the screen. I've seen it to where, you're at a restaurant and literally, if it's like, husband and wife and two kids, and they got their phone buried on,
Yeah, that's all
up
they,
on their
yeah,
faces,
yeah,
and that's all you see. You know
yeah.
what I mean? So it's just something
And,
that's
and
just a
we're
part of
bad
life.
about it. Everyone's bad about it. You know what I
Hmm.
mean? But yeah, it is something that's gotten out of control. We went to a comedy show, what was it, a year and a half, 2 years ago?
Hmm.
And we couldn't have cell phones out. I know a lot of places will give you a pouch where you literally have to lock your cell phone up so you can't record the concert or the comedy show.
Yeah, because that's another thing. A lot of people nowadays, what they do is that they'll just start recording everything. You know what
Hmm.
I mean? And they just paste it up there for, entertainment purposes and stuff like that. Try to get a viral, whatever. You know what I mean? And
Yeah,
and
yeah.
that's why even, I mean, not from our experience, but just from what I've heard from people that I know. Sometimes these people, people in general, when they're recording, they'll start asking, questions out of the blue. You know what I mean? Just to record people's voices and
Oh,
use it for
yeah.
blackmail or something. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah, that or the AI.
Yeah.
The AI now, I'll get a call and it'll be, let's say from Pico, and it'll be AI generated, but it'll be his voice, saying
Hmm.
that he's been, taken, held hostage, all
Yep.
kinds of stuff. And
Yep.
I'm like,
That's why I always tell Audrey. I said, when you get a phone call and you pick it up, I go, you
don't say
know,
anything.
don't say anything. I go like that because that's all it takes. It's
Yep.
just a little bit of recording of your voice to copy it. You know
Yep.
what I mean? And you got to be careful.
Yeah.
So anyway, let's get back to the main subject here at hand. So whenever you're ready, Audrey.
Okay. So first, we're going to look at different restaurants.
Okay.
The first one is here in Texas.
Okay.
It's Catarina's in Fort Worth.
Okay.
Okay. And the cell phones are locked in a bag until the end of the meal
Hmm.
to promote, engagement, all of that with
Hmm.
families. Okay, which is funny. I appreciate it. But a lot of restaurants you go to, they've got the little tablet on the table. So if you got little kids, they wanted to play games on it, and you're getting charged like $1 per game that the kids are playing, on the little tablet on the actual table, which is, it's smart, but it's sneaky. It's BS
Hmm.
at the
Yeah.
same time.
Now, mind you, a lot of these restaurants aren't doing it. These are the ones that we just looked up, and I get it. It's just focusing more on interaction, on talking to each other. Being a family, if you
Yeah.
will. You know what I mean? I get it. And growing up myself, you know what I mean? Even at those times, um, you know how you guys would have those the trays that you would heat up, in
Like
the
the
oven.
TV dinners?
Yeah, the TV dinners. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? It
Yeah.
was just like even at that time. Excuse me. Ooh, even at that time, that was a big thing to be eating your food in front of the television. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But we were ghettos, and we never lived that kind of high, life of
That
luxury. You know what I
luxury
mean?
life, yeah.
We would just have an olla of frijoles, or a pot of beans, and mind you, just throw some bacon in there and everything, and it's delicious. You know what I
Yes.
mean? Oh, mind you, we made that pot over the weekend for my birthday and everything, and everybody loved it.
It was the bomb. It was good.
It was delicious.
Yeah.
So you know what I mean? It's just one of those things where it's just like what is considered normal, if you will, and then these changes just come out, and it's just like
Yeah.
you're like, yeah, you know what I mean. And these restaurants, and they just want to make an impact on stuff like that, and I get it. A lot of them are culture related, you know what I mean,
Yeah.
culture based, if you will. But honestly, I don't need a restaurant telling me,
To put my phone away and have
to
a
put my phone away and
conversation.
everything like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If that's my intention, if that's my plan, if I had a family like that, I'm just saying, husband and wife and two kids, you know what? Then we just don't go out to eat. We'll order something.
Yeah. If you don't want to talk and have a conversation, yeah, and I agree. There's a time and place for different things.
Mm-hmm.
Do you remember back when it first started with the cell phones? It was like probably the 2000s,
Mm-hmm.
where they literally had the little box where it was like a prison, the cell phone prison.
Yeah.
Now a little combination lock or whatever, a key lock for the end of the night where you could, you locked your phone away kind of thing.
Yeah.
But now, I mean, our phones are used for everything.
Yeah, that's the thing, Audrey. The phones are used for everything. I'm never going to give up my phone to anybody. I've got personal information in there. You know what I mean? And I don't want anybody accessing it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And that's my thing. You know what I mean? It's just like when you're at a party or a gathering or whatever, and then you got your phone connected to the Bluetooth or the stereo system, whatever, and then somebody's all like, oh, I want to change it. I want to change it. You know what I mean? And I've been in those situations where, I'm just like, all right, well, hook it up to your phone. No, just like, no, you're not gonna do that.
Yeah, tell me what the singer, what the artist, what the song is, and I'll look it up. But you're not touching my stuff.
Yeah, because unfortunately that happened to my brother, where he trusted, an individual, and he got access to my brother's all his information and everything like that. It's just like he was using his Zelle and everything like that. And I was just telling him, I said, unfortunately, dude, I mean, it's just like I know this individual, you know them your whole life, blah blah blah, this and stuff, but you got to be careful.
Yeah, it's your phone's like your wallet now. It's
that's exactly what it is.
It's like your social and your ID. It's your identity.
Mm-hmm.
Unfortunately.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, but I'm going to skip. We've got a total of 6, but I'm going to skip the second one because it's my favorite, I think. Okay, so the third one is Antagonist Bar in Charlotte, North Carolina, and they have you lock your phone away for 2 hours. So nothing extensive, but they ask you to do that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and then this one, Delia's. There's various locations. Okay, but it's an upscale supper club.
Supper club.
It's fancy.
Oh, fancy.
That's fancy.
Oh, I know. We're not going to be allowed.
Right.
In there.
He's like, what's a supper club? I guess it's like a country club kind of thing. I don't know.
I'd be like, ooh, wee.
Did you want some escargot?
Oh, do you want some escargot with that poo-poo?
No.
I'm like, no, I don't. I don't want poo-poo in my escargot.
But the Delia's, okay, they're in LA, Las Vegas, and Miami, but they have a strict no phones and no posting policy. So you cannot take pictures of the food inside the restaurant, stuff like that.
Okay.
If you post it on social media, you'll be banned, stuff like that. I'm like,
banned from what? The restaurant or the place that you put it up there?
The restaurant.
Oh.
From the restaurant, no posting, something like that.
Okay.
Which is a good business tactic. Because if there's no posting about it, it's the mysterious, people are going to want to know more because it's exclusive. They don't know what's going on in there. You know what I mean? Because I think it's Disneyland or Disney World. There's the like club, I think it's Club 33, where it's an exclusive club that you have to be invited to through Disney to be able to go, and get overpriced drinks and food and stuff like that
Yeah,
kind
yeah.
of thing. That's what Delia's is kind of thing. So I'm
Oh,
like,
okay.
okay.
Okay. Well, we don't have to worry about going there then.
Okay. Then you've got the trophy room.
Trophy room?
Yep, which is a restaurant as well.
Okay.
And they give, when you check in, how you have you check your code in, at the code, at the beginning or whatever with the hostess, you check your phone in as well. And they lock your phone up for an intimate dining experience. So get off your phone and start paying attention to me.
Yeah.
Show me some love.
Okay, give me some of that. Give me some of that computer love. Have you ever heard of that song back in the day?
No.
Computer love. I'm like,
you see what's going on here? That's why I pay attention to my phone.
sorry, I'm recovering from my birthday weekend. So
okay, the second and the last one, we have a Chick-fil-A.
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 That's why I did this one, because it's not Chick-fil-A, it's Chick-fil-A.
That's how the Pico does it.
We need to be sponsored by Chick-fil-A.
No, yeah, listen here, Chick-fil-A. You wanted to eat your your chicken burgers and stuff like that, and say it's the greatest stuff on the planet, on planet Earth and stuff. We'll do that. We'll do that. Just give us money.
But there's a Chick-fil-A
Okay.
in Townsend Place, Maryland.
Okay.
Which they have a cell phone coop. So if you put your cell phone away, the whole family, while you're dining, they'll give you free ice cream for the family.
Okay. So they bribe you with ice cream.
Yeah, right. I'll take it. Hey,
yeah, I'll take it too. Why not?
My last one. Okay, this one's a bar, and it's in D.C., Washington, D.C. I like the name of it. It's called Hush Harbor.
Hush Harbor.
Yeah, I was like, oh, I like that. Hush.
Okay.
But they ask you to have no cell phones to encourage conversation with the other patrons.
Right.
I was like, okay, I like Hush Harbor. I thought that was kind of clever. That was pretty cool.
Yeah, but just like I was saying, I get it. You know what I mean? Just like you get a lot of people that get just accustomed to, just doing everything online or behind the computer. They start, what's the term? The keyboard warriors?
Yeah, the keyboard
warriors.
Yeah.
And, they get all brave and everything and they start doing, stupid things behind the computer screen and stuff like that. And it does. A lot of people, especially the generation now and a lot of older people, they just gotten so accustomed to doing stuff like that. They just don't know how to interact.
How to socialize. Yeah.
I've known a lot of people that, they just don't have that skill anymore.
Yeah. Well, one of the things, we've seen it. We are seeing it now, with COVID, when they were doing the online school, when schools were out because of COVID and everything, those kids go back to school and they don't know how to socialize, how to interact, especially in the elementary schools, first, second, third grade. That's where you get a lot of your, social skills, interacting and everything like that. And they've been doing it on the computer. They haven't had that one-on-one, interaction in several years. You know what I mean? So they didn't learn those skills. So it takes a big impact on them.
Yeah, it's a sad thing because I've witnessed it before in the past where it's just like they're just awkward. They just don't know how to behave. Yeah. And as far as my time back then, I just be like, hey, relax, chill. I've come from a background to where my culture, we greet each other. You know what I mean? And in our house, I show a tremendous amount of hospitality. You know what I mean? And it was a new thing for Audrey and her family. And eventually they've gotten used to it.
We're very casual. We greet each other, but we're very casual.
Yeah.
Whereas he's more proper,
Yeah, more proper and stuff like that.
The handshake, I'm just like, what's up?
Like that,
what's up? As I'm sitting on the couch and he's standing up and like, hey, and I'm like, what are you doing?
Yeah, it took her family a little while.
Don't be being fancy over here.
It took her family a little while to get used to it, but that's what comes, part of the territory. In my culture, you're coming to my house, I'm going to treat you with respect. You know what I mean? And I'm going to be very hospitable and everything like that until you do something stupid. Then I just stop inviting you.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, great. But that's it for our cell phone restaurant policy thing going on today, guys.
All right, everyone. Well, as I always say, thank you very much for watching our show. And as you guys know, on our platforms, please, if you guys can, like, share, comment, all that helps out a lot. Check out our Etsy site on the description box for our
Merchandise.
and stuff like that.
I'm Vanna Whiting it, honey.
Yeah. We're building it as we go. You can see some of it in the background here. And then other than that, everyone, be good to one another. Be good to your pets. And we'll see you again.
Bye, guys.